Actually, it's Trump inauguration was
Why the hat though? I wonder. I'm not even hating. I'm just asking it.
The office of President of the United
States.
States.
Michael Jackson.
The office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
It's so she doesn't have to kiss him in public, LOL.
The golden age of America has arrived. President Donald J. Trump, number 47 in 43 minutes. Happy days are here again.
This is We the Sequel, We the People, round 2, as we take back our capital.
What is this Mars?
As we take back the country after January 6th and all of those people rotting in jail for no reason. Most of them.
I'm ready to see gas prices under $1.50. I'm ready to see the Federal Reserve abolished. I'm ready to see Trump buy 1 million Bitcoins for a strategic reserve for us Americans to have. I'm ready to see the northern, the southern borders secure. I'm ready to see inflation go down to 0. I'm ready for all the Jan 6 prisoners not only to get a pardon, but to get multi-million-dollar payouts in the future. And I'm ready to go to Greenland and have a nice hotel stay at a future Trump tower that gets built there. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, you know Greenland is like -30 right now, though.
Well, Greenland is really cold and icy, and Iceland is really green and nice, right?
Yeah, it was like they named it that to trick the Vikings. So Iceland's the green one. So they were like, the Vikings, they're scared of them, so they were just like, yo, we're going to call Greenland Iceland and reverse it. So that the Vikings got to Greenland and were like,
wow, that's amazing.
I'm really honestly going to be proud to see our president able to walk and not crap himself in front of the world stage. It's nice to have a president that can speak English without mumbling. It's nice to have a president that the people on the world stage actually respect and maybe fear a little bit. Remember when he did the thing with Rocket Man? People said he was going to start World War III. He's like, Rocket Man, I've got the biggest rocket. I've got a bigger button. I've got a bigger rocket.
Rocket Man is on a mission for himself and for his regime.
And everyone said that was going to start World War III. But did it? No, it actually backed off Rocket Man. And in the end, they ended up shaking hands, which had never been done before, never been done in the history of the world. And it's that strength that you need when you come into a negotiation. You don't need some guy bumbling and barely able to walk, rolling up in front of the world leaders. They're laughing behind our backs. They're making us look foolish. At least Trump has swagger. He's got Americana, and he's a badass.
I definitely think he's learned a lot. I think, you know, while we definitely didn't want the last 4 years, I think he's benefited from 4 years of just seeing what can happen. And now he's got the right team assembled. He knows how to move things around. And I think we're going to see real meaningful change.
Yeah, I'm ready for Elon to really cut most of the 2 million plus jobs in the federal government out of the equation. And I'm ready to see over 400 bureaucracies here in the United States that are like a cancer in God's U.S. Republic completely abolished. The IRS needs to be abolished.
I would like to see, say, Department of Education.
What?
Gone. I would like to see ATF gone.
Why do you want the Department of Education shut down?
Before the Department of Education, we were ranked 9th in the world. Or no, we were 7th in the world.
In education?
Yes, in education. After the Department of Education, I think today, we are about 14th. No Child Left Behind, drastically dumbed down. The curriculums made it so that students couldn't fail. And then every time the curriculum is seen to be upgraded, the teachers union shut it down.
Interesting. Do you think teachers should be paid more?
No.
Why?
There shouldn't be a public education system.
And I'm ready for Donald John Trump to make Bitcoins
I can explain
a legal tender here, like what is happening now.
I can see that why.
Salvador with Nayib Bukele.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
What's the benefit of having a cryptocurrency reserve?
Well, with Bitcoins, we have to adapt to that as Americans. We have to have that because if we don't, we're going to be very far behind of other nations like El Salvador, who's leading the way.
Yeah.
Those people there.
I guess it's just important to have market regulation when it comes to, you know, Bitcoin because of pump and dump schemes. Like, did you see the Hawk-Tua coin?
Right. That's a huge problem. We have Bitcoins. They're incredible. And then we have all the scam coins out there. And there are so many.
I wouldn't mind Bitcoin if it wasn't so slow. I feel like
for what people use it for what people its actual usage, Ethereum clears. Like it's like Bitcoin was kind of there early on. It's like it has its all value because it's more mainstream. But for how people use it on a daily, Ethereum is a lot better. It's instant. The only problem is there's gas fees, I guess. So maybe the third one will be better, as in like what you'll choose. But I still think Ethereum is probably better.
Altcoins that are just wreaking havoc.
Yeah, because it's
life
hard
after life after life.
It's hard because you want to have a free market, but then the crypto world is just so full of scams. It's like you need some element of regulation.
Right. There needs to be some type of thing put in, and hopefully
It's going to be all pump and dump scheme.
Solana is for people that have a problem with the brain and just want to scatter value within dumb rug schemes. There's nothing else with Solana than pump and dump rugs and having mental problems, like all of them. I'm not talking like, oh, I'm disabled. Like I have every problem in mankind in my head, so I will buy Solana.
What do you think about this upcoming presidency, bro?
I'm actually Cuban. Okay. I was born in Cuba. I came in 2011. First terms for Trump, didn't really agree with him. Didn't really agree with the way that he spoke about immigrants, especially I was not citizen yet. I didn't think about voting on the second term, but something happened. I saw that Biden took like such a comfortable back seat during July 6th back in Cuba. I don't know if you've heard about the situation.
Tell us about it.
So I think it was 2022. There was a massive revolt all around the island.
You know what I find funny about chat is that they try to say that everybody's racist and people are racist and then, oh dude, that's racist. And when they see somebody that's Hispanic, they're like, this is gonna get deported. Automatically thinking that like these are illegals. Because they can't differentiate illegals from legals, whatever, and they're just generalizing, making them pretty insensitive, aka racist in most people's definition. Again, another example of like saying
just generalization, I guess.
Racism here, racism there. When there isn't, it just makes them really racist. But they're so far left, they don't even get it.
Taking to the streets, protesting that they were sick and tired. There's no food. There's no power. The government basically hoards all the resources, and instead of distributing them like they're supposed to, communism, they give it to like.
It's the people that see racism everywhere that are usually pretty racist. Hey, I'm gonna get the generalization. People that try to call anything to be racist, usually on the racist things are actually pretty racist themselves, because not everybody sees race everywhere. People that are racist see race everywhere. That's
the people that were close with them, the agents,
like Venezuela.
Like Venezuela, exactly, same thing. It was violent. The police were, there are videos of police breaking into like the house of one of the organization leaders. It's really sad. I was crying throughout that entire play. Like it was tragic.
And how did Biden respond to the July 6th events?
He didn't do anything. He basically said we're not gonna touch anything revolving around Cuba. We're gonna leave them to their devices. And there's a group of Cubans that today are gonna be having a protest in front of the White House to basically encourage Trump to look at that situation and try to do something, try to help.
How long did it take you to achieve citizenship?
Well, for me, it was around 6-7 years. It's not hard. You just gotta know history, learn the history. They literally give you a booklet with the answers.
I don't know how it works with the birthright citizenship. I don't
just learn them.
How that actually works. Like if you're, I don't know how that works. How if that's a thing.
Jesus. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. No, thank you. Can you tell me about your sign?
Sure. So mine says protect trans kids. There's a lot of discourse about trans people right now.
Why here?
The talking points being made are word for word identical to what they were 20 years ago or 30 years ago about gay people.
It's like we have mutants living among us on planet Earth.
I think if kids want to change their name, explore gender identity, do whatever they want, that's fine. If they at some point want to do something medical about it, then they can have an informed conversation with a parent and or medical professional.
And what threat do you think the next 4 years pose to that?
I mean, Trump said he's going to sign an executive order on day one saying that there are two genders. So there's a pretty imminent threat of getting kicked out of the military, losing gender-inclusive care. People.
I'm against all type of like bodily modifications before age of 18. Even with that's just my take. Okay, I really don't take stances on this. Okay, making permanent life-altering decisions before you're old enough to make a decision is, I think, ridiculous. It's why I don't like tattoos before 18. I don't like when I see them. I call them out. You guys know this already. Even piercing sometimes, I think it's kind of like it's what it is.
Look at from this, and that's.
Oh, well, that's
really shitty.
Well, huh?
Transgender students in sports became a top issue on the 2024 campaign trail, and now a top priority of House Republicans in the new Congress.
Is that what he said? I don't know if that was his thing. Was it? I thought you said like with and or.
I mean, Trump said he's going to sign gay people.
It's like we have.
If kids want to change their name, explore gender identity, do whatever the fuck, that's fine. If they at some point want to do something medical about it, then they can have an informed conversation.
I don't think the guy's using the word kids.
I mean, if the informed parents and the doctors agree, I mean,
So I'm thinking less than 18 in the thing.
and also the kids agree.
And an informed decision would I don't think there should be discussion. Sorry, guys, this is what I'm like. I don't think there should even be a conversation. I think it should be a no.
With a parent and or medical professional.
And what threat do you think the next 4 years pose to that?
If some guy wakes up, he's like 20 years old, and there's some form of change in the caliber, and they're like, dude, why did they let me do this when I'm 15 or something like that, right? I will feel at 20 that my parents and the system failed me for allowing and enabling things that I couldn't have known at the time because I was too young. I wasn't developed enough to make a decision. They made it for me, and they made the wrong one. It's not on me at that point, it's on them.
I mean,
it's why I wasn't protect children in
And
that
how
way.
do you know that doesn't there one chance that decision he made?
They can't make those decisions. So when you make a decision for them, I mean, it puts you at fault.
Said he's going to sign an executive order on day one saying that there are two genders. So there's a pretty imminent threat of getting kicked out of the military, losing gender inclusive care. People are going to die from this, and that's really shitty.
Transgender students in sports became a top issue on the 2024 campaign trail, and now a top
So who's dying? I'm confused.
priority of House Republicans in the new Congress.
The only time that the general public started caring about trans people in women's sports was when they started winning. Like Leah Thomas isn't even.
That's a problem. That's a problem. This actually might be even a radical take of mine, and I hope I don't offend anybody. Okay. In a lot of sports, it's male dominant in terms of raw numbers. More males than females participate in such sports, or a lot of times in a lot of the sports, even esports, video games, there's a lot more men than women. Okay, so people try their best to be inclusive towards women and try to include them as much as possible, right? To foster that behavior that, hey, you can do whatever you want in life. You want to do this sport? It's not a guy's sport. You can do it. You want to play dodgeball? You want to do this, whatever? You can do if you want to, and to enable women to do these things, and we should, because these things are fun to do and do sports. But then, if there's some validity in having unfair competition, at a point you might think it's for women and it's opening up to women, whether it's gonna shutting them down to do it now. Just like, oh, now that they just get crushed for. I mean, there are some biological markers that give them a significant advantage in that department, and now you're kind of like muting it. You're kind of
What?
attenuating it.
So men can do the sports?
That
Is that
effort
what you
to
meant?
foster more women to participate in sports, and I think that's a problem. And also in terms of other sports, like let's say wrestling or combat sports, it can be just flat out dangerous. That was nothing last time. Surf genuine, like
I'm pretty sure there's MMA women
actual biological markers that make
non-sports watcher take later.
that make up a guy once they transition. It's not full. Not every marker disappears. Like your bones just don't disappear. And I think it can be dangerous for participants to go against that. It's flat out dangerous. I wouldn't want to. I don't know.
She's a good swimmer. She's not the best.
Yeah.
There's no epidemic of men going into women's sports and sweeping competition. Like, that's not happening.
Yeah.
And
If I had a daughter and she
Okay, he's wrong on that one. Come on now.
wanted to do boxing, so be it. Okay, go into boxing, whatever. Okay, if she's good, first match. Not whatever. Oh jeez, man, what the fuck? I think there is a genuine and if not a misplaced worry that it might be injured. If somebody that has physiological advantages to compete against them, I would feel like a bad parent for putting in that position to just like get damaged. But it's
Nice
dangerous.
and also being on estrogen long term actually like weakens your
Why is he making a pass like that? Come on.
physical abilities. And medical transition is often necessary to compete in women's sports for trans people. So like,
hatred has won, and that is.
See, like this guy. This is dude. There's only 10, whatever. I don't care if it's 10, 100, or 1. Why is it that now
Only one, two? Damn.
the numbers don't matter? Usually say, oh no, everything matters, everyone matters, but now it's only 10. No, I don't. That's not. I think the deficit was out.
Is depressing. I cried on election day. I know so many other women who cried on election day. This means that so many people have to go into hiding, can't be themselves. People are, like Grant said, people are gonna die. People are. It's just I'm legitimately terrified for my immigrant friends. I stay awake at night thinking about
What does immigrant have to do with this?
them, thinking about trans people. Whether or not you think that gay people should exist, trans people should exist, immigrants should be here or not, what I hope we can all come together and understand is that humans are humans. Maybe they did commit a crime. Maybe they do something that you don't agree with. They are still people. The mass deportations of immigrants.
What? So you can commit a crime if you're human?
Hey, Biden supported the Vietnam War.
The mass deportation of immigrants is going to people.
Right? Yeah, Biden's shit. Okay, great.
What are your thoughts on the whole mass deportation issue?
Mass deportation. My wife is Mexican. Like I said, I live by the border.
What I find funny is that it was a Trumpist shit to one protester. That inherently is a problem.
Of the Mexican people, there's a lot of good people. We definitely start at the top, meaning the worst, and work our way down. You know, necessarily not so many. All these little, people.
I'm just saying. People say, oh yeah, and then we say, oh yeah, but Trump did Biden did that, and then you go, oh yeah. Okay, but are you vocal about that? Do you go to the protests? Do you participate in those dialogues? Or do you only participate in those dialogues when you're cornered because now you look like you're biased? Oh no, I also do this. I also do that. I have nothing to do. 90% of the people, they don't. They only do it one way.
People with their families are people second generation, this and that. You know, let's
not like him then.
Get too carried away. We'll start with the worst and we'll work our way down. When you got murders and rapists in San Diego County, we have not just a sanctuary city, we have a super sanctuary city where not only can you not tell ICE if there's a problem with an illegal alien, you can't tell them even if they committed armed robbery or they're like, no, what about the poor armed robbery? We can't send them back. We can't tell ICE.
We will not allow our local resources to be used for actions that separate families.
So they don't want to use the resources.
Guys, I don't mind bringing up problems, okay, and going against certain solutions, but I generally don't have a solution. I generally thought another solution, but how to categorize, let's say, in sports, categorize like women, guy, trans. I don't have a solution. It's not a pure answer. I thought I genuinely don't know. I don't know because in a way, guys, I kind of feel for the girls, guys. You think about how many contestants are in a competition. Let's say women. You think, okay, you have this big sample size.
So this is no solution, rambling, I guess.
How many in this department that are trans? Okay, let's say this of them, right? So you have the same amount of people that are winning and losing. Then you look, okay, but it's disproportionate on how many competitors and how many people are winning, and now you can see how it's a little discouraging, and it's a little bit odd, and you can see there's a motivation people that might try to emulate that in order to kind of get into those fields and win and crush it. I think that's kind of unfair, and I think that's shutting women down from participating in stuff they want to do stuff. I think it's a problem.
Which is what they calling ICE just because they want to protect illegal aliens. I think the people that are doing these laws are actually paid off by the cartel. It's a I know. You know, it's one thing having immigration, but when you just have a total open border, and then when they come in, they get free health care, they get free cell phones, they get free hotels when our homeless people are living on the streets. I mean, come on, people. We got to do this legally, right?
We need to have a very solid immigration policy so we keep attracting the best talents across the world to this land to build
free healthcare. What on earth is it living on?
Up, build economy, build companies, hire employee people. You know, I pay tax, and I want my tax to benefit my neighbors, my country, and my children, and my neighborhood, my community. Right? I don't want other countries to take advantage of United States people.
Scientology is a cult. Thank you.
Are you a Scientologist?
Nope.
Do you think
women and children.
Do you think that we're Scientologists?
Nope. Just getting the message out. That's all.
Okay. What's the worst thing Scientology's done?
They use children for auditing. So 8, 9, 10-year-olds are asking grown men about.
That's not good. Do you feel like
hashtag save the children?
Are you hoping
what
for like exoneration for the January 6th people?
I am indeed. In fact, I was down there at the vigil for the J6ers down on Freedom Corner with Mickey Withoff, who is Ashley Babbitt's mother. In fact, I have Ashley Babbitt's ashes in this necklace right here. I made this necklace with Ashley Babbitt's ashes. I made it for her and her husband.
This morning, new details about 35-year-old Ashley Babbitt, who was by a Capitol police officer.
And I was down there and I was told that the word on the street is the guards were told to stay late tonight to help release the prison.
Guys, it was a joke, guys. It was save the kids. He's token like a rug pull, man. Everybody hold up, man. It's
Are
they being held in DC right now?
Oh, yeah. They're not far from here. A few miles down the street.
Thank you so much, Matt. Any message to the American people before we go?
You should go watch his movie. This guy makes some great documentaries. I went to his premiere. It was freaking awesome. Thanks, brother.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Appreciate you, Matt. Thanks, dog. Have a good one.
If you missed it, just 5 days ago, we dropped our first ever independent film called Dear Kelly. A 5 cents. So if you want to support us and see the movie, head on over. All right, back to the streets of DC.
Oh yeah, we are surrounded by ancient pagan symbols, from the obelisk there, which may be the biggest obelisk in the world, to the dome there of Isis, the ever-pregnant womb of Isis, in the occult mindset. That's what that is. With the apotheosis of
Wait, I guess I played the game today. The game. Isis, the
what is he talking about?
goddess of like fertility or whatever, and with the aliens.
Washington, which is that mural inside the dome, which represents that Masonic future that so many Masons are into having, where they ascend as a god into some type of paradise. It's not from the Bible, and I'm totally against all that. I'm standing here for Jesus Christ of Nazareth, the Lord of the heavens and the earth.
Wait, I'm a bit confused. You're here for Jesus Christ. However, the pagan symbology is also important.
Well, it's not important to me, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because the plan that was put in place to
It
build
is what it is, bro.
Washington, D.C. was a plan, in fact, to honor the ancient gods. And the plan was not to honor Jesus Christ. The people who designed this place, the main people, were into it to honor their Masonic god, who is Satan, recorded about in the King James Version Bible.
Who do you think was controlling Biden behind the scenes?
Obama was definitely a key player. But again, in my research, Obama is more like a manager in Satan's hierarchy. He's got the World Economic Forum, he's got the UN, he's got King Charles and the monarchy, Satan. He's got so many different groups that have extreme amounts of power compared to me.
Yeah. Do you think that there's kind of like a second deep state forming around Trump?
Well, just protect Trump from having that happen, God. Please help him not to make the same mistakes that he made when he was 43rd president of the United States, God.
And where do you get most of your news and information from?
X, not just Infowars.com with Alex Jones.
Did you use X back when it was in control of Jack Dorsey?
Well, I did, and I got suspended multiple times.
No, he did.
Was
Okay.
that kind of a wake-up call for you, just having your account taken down multiple times?
I was really aware of that type of thing back in 2013 when I started listening to Alex Jones. He started to wake me up to how things really work in a general way. How we're in a war and there's a group called
Yeah, this is Alex Jones pants. Got
the
it.
globalists, and they want to depopulate the earth, and they want to get it down to under 500 million people.
Yeah.
And they want to bring in their new world order system, their technotronic state where you can't buy or sell without the mark of the beast. It's right there in the book of Revelation, the King James Version Bible. I mean, we may live in that time. We may go through it. I'm ready to die for Jesus. I'm never taking the mark of the beast no matter what.
What's the mark of the beast?
It could be a microchip in your hand, this one, your right one, or your left one, and then...
I wouldn't mind this Alex Jones memes if it's about like flat Earth or whatever. When it doesn't really affect anybody or whatever, like, or it's kind of like just thing he says. But whenever it's this like big ass dumbass theory that affects shooting, whatever, that's not right. That's why I don't like. That's like it's gonna be like entertaining, making memes, some science like. When it's something like that has like an actual call to action, it's fucking weird. I'm sorry, that's just
maybe it's some type of neural chip in your head, or maybe something more advanced than that.
Yeah.
Some people have said the nanoparticulates, or however you say it, in those bioweapon shots from Big Pharma are some type of mark of the beast thing. But I don't know.
Hey man, well I appreciate you so much. Thanks for your time, man.
No, I know,
appreciate you. Our show's called Channel 5. Be sure to check it out, man. Appreciate you, dude.
You're awesome.
Thank you. You're awesome too.
Dude, God for his life.
Yeah, man.
I love you.
You too.
Is it in the air?
Channel 5 live worldwide, Hollywood and Vine.
Okay, I guess it's ending there.